What's good, people? So, today's word to the wise. Okay, our talk is going to be about why potential is false. Or, you know what? Let's better word that. Why the way we view potential is false and why it's dangerous. Okay, so many times we put ourselves in crazy situations because we see potential in someone. Okay? So many times. And then we blame them. And it's not their fault. It's something we've seen in them. And the problem is we tend to project ourselves onto people. So when we're considering their potential, what we're really thinking is what we would do in their situation. I wonder if you guys caught that, okay? When we're considering their potential, we are thinking what we would do in their situation. We look at them and we say, oh, this is happening to them. They're going through this. You know what I mean? Trying to do this. And when I was in that situation, if I just had this, and this, it would have been perfect. I would have so much more right now. We put ourselves in their situation because we've been there before. But we don't calculate the difference in there. And the difference is, and it's so simple. It's so simple. After experiencing so many times, you recognize the difference is so simple, is that they are not you, and you are not them. Say that again. They are not you, and you are not them. So it doesn't matter what you would do in their situation. They're the ones in the situation. And what you believe you can do or give them to help them or whatever it is, it's false because it's what you would need in that situation. Right? And a lot of people, a lot of you out there, you know it's good to have a caring heart. It's very good. Right? But to the point where you start to self-sacrifice, or you give your last, or you do all these things where you're causing yourself discomfort because you see their potential, and you're like, oh, if I had this when I was in that situation, I would be so much further. So then you start to see where they could be in life, and you're like, you know what, just getting them there would be worth it. Or if I get them there, they'll be a good partner. Like you start seeing things that are not there. You start seeing potential because you're seeing what you would do in that situation. And you must remember that you are not them and they are not you. And the sooner you understand that, the sooner you will have a better life. Because instead, how we should see potential, right, is who they are and what they would do in that situation. But check this. Here's why potential is still false, right? because we are humans and we are limited in what we can see. We each have our own nose, which smells and likes its own smell. We don't control what our nose likes to smell and what it hates to smell. It just does, and it sends that signal because it's a sensor to our mind. Either it likes it or it doesn't. Our eyes have certain pleasures that it enjoys to see and things that it doesn't enjoy seeing. Okay, and some of us do try to make a conscious decision of what that is, but still, most of that is what our eyes like and what our eyes don't like, and then it sends a signal to our mind. There's certain textures, right? And I'm out here in nature. I'm out here at the river, right? There's things we like to feel, but all of it feels different, all right? And there's things we enjoy, and there's things we don't, right? And we can, and I'm getting somewhere with this, right? We can have a piece of food in front of us. It could smell horrible. We could be like, oh, this is going to taste nasty. But it may look visually good. And you may get around to eating it. It may taste wonderful, but it may smell horrible. So even our sensors on us are not in alignment, right? So now every single human being has their own sensors, and they all find pleasure in different things. And that's what makes what they are. So we could never truly know who someone is. We can only know what we think of them, because we barely have the tools to understand our surroundings from our point of view. You see that? So as best as we can, we know ourselves. But then we know what we think of people. And with that understanding, we understand what we would do in that situation. But you don't know what someone else would do in that situation. Hey, how's it going? Someone else would do in that situation, because guess what? We are not them, and they are not us. And that's why potential is false. Because at best, we can only know what we would do in that situation. So, this is not to say don't assist or help someone out. Like I assist people, I help them out, but I make sure it's not at the cost of me. Take that with you. Word to the wise.